Hey, it's Tom and welcome to a new Synth video. Hope you are fine and relaxed. Arturia sent over the new AudioFuse 16Rig, the new studio mastermind interface. Or in easy words, the new flagship audio and MIDI interface, the core of your creative production. Wonderful words. This is not a review, so you're watching not a review, but an unboxing video about this new AudioFuse 16Rig. I only want to show you what's inside the box. So if you go to the shop and buy it, what you can expect, what you get in this box. And at the same time, when this video is out, you will see an in-depth article on the website where you get all the informations. Yeah, what we get here is a lovely box, a traditional Arturia layout, here it's in white with the logo and some stylish visuals here. Yeah, then pretty heavy. Then you get here also again the name AudioFuse 16Rig, and on the other side you get all the information, and it's a pretty impressive interface. It's USB-C, USB 2.0, 32 inputs, 28 outputs, so that's a lot. 16 analog inputs and so on. Also DC, 8 analog line DC coupled outputs. There's ADAT on it and so on. And a big difference to the previous version, or is it now a successor? I don't know. I'm currently using the AudioFuse 8PRE, which is also a rack mount audio interface, but the big downer on this one is it doesn't have any MIDI interface on it. This one has now full MIDI and also a sync and so on, and use some USB ports, so definitely a plus on this one. Yeah, and here you get some informations, the features and so on. Let's unbox it because that's the title of the video. So, and here we have now the box. And this one is a bit less fancy, more, let's say, ecological, or in carton, would I say in French or in German. Yeah, again, the interface, the name, Arturia, the logo, nothing fancy. Let's open it. You can see here also a little manual, also nice. Okay, oh, the beloved USB cables. These are the same we know from the previous versions. They are not the best, I'm honest, because I use this one on my 8PRE and it doesn't work after 1 year or so, so I replaced it with an IKEA. So better quality, I don't know, but it works. Then we have here the rack mounts. But for the rack mounts, they're also the same we know from the 8PRE. Then here a power supply. Unfortunately, it's not included inside the unit. A little shame, because I love when something is included, but this one, you need again a power supply for it. Then here, I don't know what this is. Let's see. Then we get here a instruction, or with different features and what is possible and so on. Oh yeah, there's also standalone operation. Then here are the connections and so on. And now the highlight, the interface. Ui! It's heavy. And here we go. Whoa. That's a lovely thing. And what I can say, it's built like a tank. I have here two audio interfaces for little comparison. I have here the AudioFuse 8PRE and AudioFuse 16Rig. you can see both interfaces are 19 rack mountable. I'm using the AudioFuse 8PRE since 2019 in my studio, and it works flawlessly, it works great, and it's still in the studio. And you can see the approach or the design is a bit different, the concept, how you work with it. The 8PRE, you have for each channel dedicated knobs here with buttons. And on the new AudioFuse 16Rig, you have a big screen and you must navigate through a menu. So that's a big difference here. You get also here individual meters, what is also very nice here. From the interface side, as the name says, the AudioFuse 8PRE has 8 channels. The new 16Rig has 16 channels. But in reality, with the ADAT, you get 32 channels. So that's pretty the double or even more of the 8PRE. Yeah, from the connection side, you have here also the same inputs, preamp 1 and 2. And this is for mics, for guitars, also synths. And clever additions here is you get here the 3 and 4 input as a mirrored 3.5 millimeter. This is great for portable synths. So if you have a little synth like a Volca or Teenage as an operator, you can put it in here. That's super practical. And I think why have not other developers add this little box to it, because it's super helpful. Then you got here 2 outputs. So the 3 and 4 are mirrored from the back side. That's also very handy for making reamping, so especially for guitarists. Then you have here a big screen, or a screen with a big knob that controls the menu, and you get also different buttons later on this. Then you have here a monitor, so it is pretty the same here. You can monitor it. Then you have here a phones section with 2 sockets, with a bigger and a smaller, so you can use it also with 2 people in the studio, and with a volume knob. And what is missing here in the interface is now you can change the quality of it or the sync and so on. This is done here via the menu. And you have here a new USB hub and a USB MIDI host in it, which is also very handy for connecting external gear to it. And you have here also the on-off button for activating the interface or for shutting it down. Let's compare these beauties also from the back. Normally we shouldn't compare beauties from the back, but here's allowed. First, if you have the 8PRE, then the 16Rig, and both starts with the power supply input. With the difference, the 16Rig requires a 3 ampere, so 1 ampere more, because it has more features. Then we have a USB-C socket, so it is the same. New is here USB hub also on the back, which is very good. Then you have a MIDI interface, which is a big difference to the 8PRE, which doesn't have MIDI at all. You have them more on 5-pin sockets, which is very good. Then we have a clock output, with which you can clock your synths and drum machines from your DAW. That's also a great addition. Then you have the same ADAT, adding here 16 channels on top. Here also, so you get here 24 and here 32. Then you get also a V-clock input-output. Yeah, and the biggest difference is here the inputs and outputs. Starting with the 8PRE, you have here 8 plus the left and right, making them 10. Here you have real 10 outputs, and of these 10 are monitor left and right outputs. So you have really 10 outputs here. Then you have here on the PRE, you have 8 outputs. That's the name 8PRE. And on the 16Rig, you get 16 inputs. With one big difference, the 8PRE had send and return sockets. The new 16Rig doesn't have dedicated insert and returns, but you can unlock them in the software, so you can make any of these inputs also to a send and return. And so you are very flexible, so almost modular, how you work with your send and returns. Here you were very fixed on these inputs here. Here you are definitely more open. A little information for the iPad community. The AudioFuse 16Rig also works with your iPad. I have here the iPad Pro M1 connected via USB-C to the interface, and you can see in OM all the channels are here displayed. That works fine. You get all the 32 channels. so including the ADAT and so on, so it works. And what doesn't work, unfortunately, it doesn't charge your iPad. That's a downer. That would be great if you charge your iPad, but that doesn't work. But if you use now the iPad as a sound generator, like for a synth or sampler, you can connect it here and then it charge your iPad. That's a good one, but unfortunately it doesn't charge your iPad when it's connected to the audio interface. Yeah, that's a little downer, but at least it works fine. You can see here all the channels. For my jam, I have created a little setup here with different synthesizers that go straight into the AudioFuse 16Rig. And you can see already the levels are coming inside here, the interface. And yeah, I have here first an iPad, which goes out of USB-C to audio straight into the input here of the AudioFuse 16Rig. And this is super handy here because this is a 3.5mm stereo input. It's great for portable synths. Then I have here my iPhone, also an older iPhone, which runs Fieldscaper for some sound textures. Also here via the stereo output. Then I have here my new OP1 field, which I'm using more for the samples. Then a Mini Freak, also one which I love a lot. And yeah, a bit noisy this thing here, but it's the UnoSynth Pro X, but I love the character of it. It's a bit noisy, you will hear it, but I love it. Yeah, that's the little setup I have here for my jam. And everything goes here inside the AudioFuse 16Rig. And you can see you can see the signals are coming in. And this here is super useful and for me not seen so much as standalone mixing functionality of this interface. You can mix your tracks inside the interface without connecting it to the computer, and that's super handy. And you can also adjust the levels here and so on here with this knob, and it's super easy made. Yeah, and you get here also the levels. You can see here it goes in, then input 1 and input 2, and also for the other ones, then the output, the mixer functionality that I said already. Yeah, and this mixer functionality has also different other features. You can get here the main master, you can set cues and so on. So you can also adjust here which channels goes inside the mixer or not. And then you have here also the menu. You can see inputs, outputs, the mixer, cue, and also here the functionality. You can adjust here the MIDI. I have nothing connected here to the MIDI, but because I don't need it. But you can also use here with USB, MIDI, and so on. Everything is controllable via this interface here or via the AudioFuse Control Center software. Yeah, that's my little setup here, and I hope you enjoy my little jam.
That's the end of something that never began. 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 That's the end of something that never began.